Caravanners, welcome back to the Tent of Meetings. It's great to have you back today. If you remember yesterday, we talked about how God promised to save us from our sin. Despite the fact that Adam and Eve sinned against God, He still put a plan into effect to save us through Jesus Christ. Well, today we have another amazing true story, and again it comes from the Bible. It starts thousands of years ago. And it shows us how God promises us to provide us all we need. That's our take-home point for today. Good news. God promises to provide us all we need. In today's story, we pick up the Israelites, the people of God, as they are traveling through the desert. Moses is leading them from Egypt to the promised land, as God had promised His people. And the people are unhappy. I want you guys to help me today. I need your help. And I'm going to ask you to be the unhappy people of Israel. Whenever you hear the word grumble or grumbling, and I point at you like this, I want you to grumble. Grumble, 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 grumble. Give me your best grumble. Let's practice it now. Grumble. Okay, stop. When I wave my hand like this, I want you to stop. Let's try it again. Grumble. Okay, stop. Very good. You guys are great grumblers. Now the people of Israel had followed Moses and Aaron out of Egypt, and they were grumbling to Moses and Aaron because they had nothing to eat. And the Lord said to Moses, "Behold, I am about to rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a daily portion every day. I will test them to see whether they will walk in my laws or not. On the sixth day, it will be twice as much as they gather daily." So Moses told the people, "This evening you will know that God is Lord, the Lord who brought you out of Egypt, because He has heard your grumbling against the Lord." Your grumbling is not against me and Abraham, but against the Lord. Aaron told Abraham, "Come before the Lord, for He has heard your grumbling." Caravanners, good news. God provides all we need. As soon as Aaron spoke to the people, they looked towards the wilderness and they saw the presence of God in a cloud. In the evening, quail birds covered the camp, and people were able to eat all the meat that they wanted from the quail. And in the morning, a fine dew covered the leaves of the plants. And when the dew was gone, there was a white flaky material, manna, which was a bread for them to eat. And Moses said, "It is the bread that the Lord has given to eat." Caravanners, good news. The Lord provides all we need. The Lord commanded you to gather as much as you can eat. And Moses said to them, "Let no one leave any of it overnight." But they did not listen to Moses and left some overnight. And in the morning it grew breadworms and it stank. And Moses was angry. On the sixth day they gathered twice as much. Moses told them, "The Lord said, tomorrow is a day of rest, the Sabbath, a holy day. Take and boil all you will need, and put aside some for tomorrow." So they kept some until tomorrow, and it did not stink or grow worms. The Israelites called this manna, and it was like coriander seed. The Lord commanded, "Keep a portion up for the generations, so that they may see the bread with which I fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you out of the land of Egypt." Say it with me. Caravanners, God provides all we need. God's people traveled on, and they camped in an area where there was no water to drink. And the people of Israel grumbled against Moses again and said, "We are thirsty. We have nothing to drink." And Moses said to God, "What should I do?" God commanded him to strike a rock with his rod. And when Moses struck the rock with his rod. Water burst forth out of it. There was water everywhere, cool, refreshing water, and the people had water to drink. Again, God provided all they needed. Say it with me. Caravanners, caravanners, good news. God provides all we need. The people of Israel needed food and water, and they grumbled against God, and yet God still provided what they needed. We too need things, food and water, our daily bread, and God provides it, despite the fact that we're not always as thankful as we should be. And the biggest thing we need is forgiveness from sin, and God provides that too. He sends his son Jesus Christ to die on the cross for us, for our sins, to forgive our sins. Can you imagine that? Christ died for us. Caravanners, caravanners, good news. God provides all we need. That's our take-home message for today. Thank you, and see you tomorrow at the tent of meetings.